friends, it's story time. We have a book today about bears, but these bears don't live in the woods, they live in a house. This is one of those stories where animals are going to act like people. And this book is called Teddy Bears Cure a Cold by Susanna Gretz, and the pictures are by Alison. You can see that this bear is not feeling well. There's a tissue box, lots of pillows. Oh, this bear has a very bad cold. But fortunately, this bear has other bears to take care of him. It looks like two of the bears are being helpful by bringing things to the sick bear. And one of the bears has folded arms and looks a little mad. Why would that be happening? Why would someone be mad about someone else being sick? That's kind of a mystery. Let's find out. Here is the title page, and it says Teddy Bears Cure a Cold. And there's a name written under the bear that's blowing its nose, and that name is William. I guess it's William who's going to get sick. The story starts like this. "I feel sick," said William. "You can't be sick," said Andrew. "We're going to try out our new tools." So it sounds like Andrew is a little bit worried that if someone is sick, their plans will have to be canceled. "But I am sick," said William, "and I'm going to bed." Well, if someone wants to go to bed right at the beginning of the day, all these other bears are kind of getting together and starting their day with breakfast. And they have their tools, and this bear is reading a book called Carpentry Made Easy. Carpentry is working with wood. So they have a big plan for the day, and William wants to go back to bed, so he really must not be feeling very well. Usually in the morning you're ready to go and you have a lot of energy, right? Well, here are all the other bears clearing up. William did not eat his breakfast. Here it is on the table. Can you see it? For breakfast there was cereal and bacon and eggs and maybe some tea, and he didn't even eat it. There it is, and the rest of the bears are cleaning up. "Maybe he really is sick," said Robert. "Don't believe it," said Louise. "He just wants breakfast in bed." "Well, let's go see," said Charles. So this must be Louise. She thinks that William is just pretending to be sick so that they'll bring him breakfast in bed. Breakfast in bed is fun, but I think William is telling the truth, that he doesn't feel good. Let's look at this page. "You don't look sick to me," complained Louise. "My throat hurts," William complained. Sometimes when you're first getting sick, that's the first thing that can happen is a sore throat. And nobody can tell you have a sore throat just by looking at you. That afternoon, William was still in bed. "Let's play monkey in the middle," said Andrew. "It will cheer you up." "My head hurts," said William. So the other bears are playing all around the bed, and they're throwing an apple across. Monkey in the middle is when you throw something over somebody else who's in the middle, and the middle person is trying to catch whatever's being thrown back and forth, but William doesn't want to play. Well, he doesn't want to play. He has a sore throat and a headache. I think he's sick, don't you? The next morning, Charles made William a special breakfast. "I'm not hungry," said William. "William is always hungry," whispered Louise. "He must be sick." So let's look at this special breakfast that arrived. That does look yummy. It looks like there's buttered toast. There's a fun little card that says good morning. Maybe there's hot chocolate with the bacon and eggs. It's all yummy stuff. And William doesn't want any of it. Charles found a thermometer. Louise took out her flashlight. "William, you have white spots on your throat," she said. "And he has a temperature too," said Charles. "That means he has a fever. We'll have to take good care of him. He's definitely sick." Now Louise believes him. Louise and John made the bed. Robert found a hot water bottle. You fill it with hot water and it keeps you warm and cozy. Nowadays, people usually use an electric blanket, but in the olden days, more people used hot water bottles. "I'll be in charge of the temperature chart," said Charles. So that's a chart. They're going to see how many times he has a fever when they take his temperature. Andrew made a honey and lemon drink to make William's throat feel better. "Thank you," croaked William. His voice is sounding different. That evening, William felt worse. One minute he was hot, the next minute he was cold. That can happen when you have a fever. His sheets were sticky because he was sweating, and talking gave him a headache. The other bears tiptoed away, and William finally fell asleep. That's really all you can do when you're sick. The more you sleep, the more your body can work on helping you feel better. Here's a picture of the nighttime in his room, and the words are saying, tap, 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 tap. What was that? William sat upright in bed. "Go away," he shouted. So he woke up in the middle of the night, and he heard a sound, and he's feeling really scared. I wonder if he's having bad dreams. Sometimes if you have a fever, have bad dreams. The light went on. "I heard something tapping," said William. "Oh, it must have been the wind," said Robert. "And I saw things," said William. "Well, it's because you're sick," said Charles. This is what was actually across. This is what he saw on the chair. But when it was dark, it looked much scarier. The chair over here looks like maybe there's an alligator on it or something scary. That's what it looked like in the dark. In the light, with the light on, it looks okay. The next day, there was a chocolate pig for William, and Sarah brought him some flowers. "I hope you like tulips," she said. Charles gave him a bell. "Just ring this bell if you need anything," he said. "Thank you," said William, and for the next few days, he stayed in bed. William is very sick. It's taking a few days for him to feel better. And then, one morning, Sarah made him some oatmeal. "Thank you," said William, "but could you also make me a banana milkshake?" But Robert brought him some apples. "Thank you," said William, "but will you also peel one for me?" Andrew brought him some cards. "Thank you," said William, "but I'd rather have a new jigsaw puzzle and a bag of peanuts." Said Louise. I think he's starting to feel better because he's wanting more stuff. I think he's also kind of enjoying that he can lie in bed and everyone brings stuff to him all the time. All the snacks and activities that he wants. That afternoon, William rang his bell. "Sarah," he called, "could you bring me a blanket?" He rang his bell again. "Ding, ding, ding, ding. Charles, Robert, can you open the window? It's too hot in here now." And then he rang it again. "Ding, ding, 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 ding. John, will you read me a story?" William rang his bell again. "Ding, ding, 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 ding." "What does he want now?" said Andrew. "He wants potato chips," said Louise. "Who's going to get them?" said Sarah. "It's cold outside, and look, now it's snowing." The bears are starting to feel like all they do is take care of William. And if he's feeling well enough to keep asking for stuff, he might be feeling well enough to get out of bed. They're very quiet downstairs, thought William. Where's my lunch? He looked out the window. There they were, playing out in the snow. They got tired of just bringing stuff to William, and they went out. And they're throwing snowballs around and having a good time. How do you think William feels being stuck inside? William waited and waited. At last, Louise came with a tray. Where are my potato chips? Said William. Oh, he's getting grumpy. Sorry, said Louise, but we made rice pudding instead. It will be better for your throat, since you're still sick. Andrew peeked into the room. Come on, Louise, we're ready. Ready for what? Said William. Oh, we'll tell you later, said Louise. So now the bears are thinking, well, if you're going to stay in bed, you're going to miss some things. Because they're thinking, he's not really sick anymore. I think he just really likes people bringing stuff to him, whatever he wants. William looked at the rice pudding. Look at the bed. Look at all that stuff they've been bringing him. He looked at his puzzle. The pieces were all over the bed, and there were crumbs everywhere. Where is everyone? He thought. Crash, clatter, clatter, thump. What's that? Then he heard the sound of sawing. They're making something, said William. Can you see all the stuff on the bed? There's old snacks, old cards, playing cards to play a game. You can't do a puzzle with the pieces all over the place. Stuff's getting broken. There are crumbs everywhere. You can't even play when the bed is so messy. I think he's thinking, someone come and clean this up for me. But then he started thinking about what they could be making. He thought, could it be a shelf? Could it be a letterbox? Could it be a birdhouse? Maybe a giant birdhouse? Bam, bam, bam. Bang, bang, boing. A trampoline? William jumped out of bed and ran downstairs. He had to find out what they were making. William, everyone said, what are you doing out of bed? Have you seen what we've made? What is William doing? William's mouth was too full to answer. Come and see, said Sarah. I guess when he got downstairs, the first thing he saw was a chocolate cake, so he had to have some. I think he really is feeling better. This is what they made. It was a sled. Who's going to steer first? Said Louise. I am, said William. But you're sick, said Louise. I was sick, said William, but I'm feeling much better now, thank you. William has decided that it's more fun to play than to be stuck in bed. All afternoon, they went sledding. Look at all that snow. How fun. They made a sled big enough for them all to fit. And they go fast, 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 fast down the hill. When they got home, William said, "Tea time." Everyone was hungry, except Louise. "But there's donuts and chocolate cake," said William. "I don't want any," said Louise. "I'm going to bed. I think I'm sick now." There she goes. She's got the tissues with her. Sometimes that happens, right? If someone in your family is sick, sometimes the germs go from that person to someone else in the family. And I think that's what happened to this bear family. I don't know if they're brothers and sisters or if they're friends that live together. I'm not sure. But that title is funny, isn't it? Teddy Bears Cure a Cold. William actually helped himself feel better by resting. But then the brothers and sisters or the friends that he lives with cured his cold by having fun, and finally he decided to join them, right? I like that story. It's a funny one. I'm glad you came to hear it, and I'll read you a different story on another day. Okay? I'll see you then. Bye.